Welcome in to the DNVR Rockies Podcast. I am Patrick Lyons.
I'm Susie Hunter. I was knocking over my microphone in the intro. That's a good sign for a very smooth show.
It will be.
Especially considering how smoothly last night's game went.
Yes, nothing to talk about, just regular baseball, some good sacrifice bunts and stolen bases and wins and... None of those things happened.
No.
None of
last
that
night
happened.
was about as chaotic as it gets at Coors Field. Of course, the big thing everyone is talking about, Ronald Acuña Jr. getting kind of tackled, accosted, hugged aggressively, non-consensually. I don't know what to make of this. But the one thing that is for sure, don't do that.
No.
Don't.
No, we'll recap the game just a little bit. We'll have some fun, of course. It's DNVR Ranks week. We'll rank the top 5 best rookie performances in Rockies history. But as you said, the incident. It was an incident.
It was an incident.
And it's kind of funny on social media how people can be. They're more focused on the word attack versus the actual event that happened. Because as you said, consensually, just trying to have a selfie. A lot of crazed fans will break into people's homes to try to get a picture with that person and you go, it's just a selfie. You're not welcome here. Do not go onto the field, even post-game. Bud Black saying that, that this shouldn't be happening.
Yeah. He seemed super annoyed.
He did,
He's
yeah.
like, I don't want to be talking about this. Don't do this.
He got more annoyed as he kept going on of like,
he worked himself up. I definitely heard that. He was like, yeah, no, this is the worst.
He worked himself into a shoot. That's for sure. Like, I don't want to see it here. Not in our town. Not in our ballpark. I don't want to see it anywhere. It's not a good look. Yes. So 7th inning stretch goes down and we're all kind of like, all right, this is kind of a close-ish game. Rockies were in it for a while. It was 4-4. They were able to get to Bryce Elder just a little bit and you go, okay. Now the final score, of course, was 14-4. They got knocked out of the building a little bit there, but between innings, there was a disruption and not a ton of people noticed it in right field as it was happening.
I was going to say, this is the second 7th inning stretch disruption where someone has been tackled. Dinger knows all too well.
Yeah, this is the second incident, as you mentioned, at Coors Field.
Yeah, that's not a good track record right there.
No, it's not. So I looked out and, oh my God, what's happening? There's a pile of bodies on the ground, and then I see someone in a white uniform, Ronald Acuña Jr., get up. So obviously he was attacked, and again, not a vicious attack.
Well,
it was a type of attack.
Yeah, but I don't think to me, I've watched this, obviously I've watched every angle from so many times. To me, it doesn't look like the fan pushed him over. It looked like he fell over, during, security tackling the 2 men. But I guess, apparently they have been charged with something.
We got some breaking news here, huh?
I don't know.
They should. So
I just got a little notification pop up on my Twitter. So
I kind of caught it about halfway, but before that, there's plenty of videos. We've got it at DNVR _Rockies on Twitter, at Patrick D. Lyons. Also on Twitter, 4 different angles. I think there's a 5th one. I think there's a 5th video that's out there too, where you can see someone gets onto the field. I think they might have come off of from right field in that foul territory. That's where they jumped in around the net. Person came in, put their arm around Acuña Jr. Players are told to not engage with fans.
Yeah.
Acuña was like, he's trying to be a nice guy. He did say he was also scared at first.
I mean, also that's a very normal reaction when you're scared, is to just lean into whatever's happening to kind of go along with it. That's a very normal reaction too. So I get it. Totally get it.
Absolutely. So guy puts his arm around him, tries to snap the selfie, and then right at that moment, security, I guess, must have spotted him from. Dude came trucking in, didn't barrel the perpetrator over because he was kind of latched onto Acuña, didn't want to hurt Acuña. Then first guy goes and wraps his arms completely around Acuña. again, unwanted contact. I mean, attack or otherwise, unwanted. A second guy comes in. There's 2 security guards.
Yeah.
Second fan comes in, kind of says like, hey, don't hit my friend. There's some photographs of that person. They were like smiling. They had the exact same outfit on.
Yeah.
The first 2 people. There was a third guy that was on the field towards center field. There's also another angle. There's one from like left field where you can see the incident. There was a 4th person too that decided, I'm going to jump back into the stands. And like, because security's already out, I'm not going to get my picture with Ronald Acuña Jr. I'm going to run back in. There was a security guard that followed him up, again, that you can see on Twitter on our accounts. And it was just, they were able to sort it out. Thankfully, nobody got hurt. Ronald Acuña still ended up having a 4-for-5 game, a bases clearing double.
Yeah, still he had a great game. So, but yeah, I know there's a lot of this is like the biggest story on Twitter, but a lot of people criticizing security at Coors Field.
Yeah.
I think they did all they could. I think we just probably at this point maybe need some more security.
Sure.
If like multiple, people working are getting tackled during games like twice in one season, we need some more hands on deck.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or maybe just better protocols. Again, I don't know exactly what that is. We had Herb Lawrence on Monday's show, and
they just had a whole thing at Guaranteed Rate Field.
Yeah. So they had there was a shooting at Guaranteed Rate Field that which Herb Lawrence talked about, and they had like very specific protocol there where like, you need to be scanned in and out each time that you go down to one of those sections. And you go, fans, there's nobody at the ballpark. Let me just move down and get closer. I used to do it all the time when I was a kid. My first game ever at Coors Field, we were in the rocks pile. And before the game, went down to try to get autographs.
Yeah.
And my uncle had the binoculars, and then first pitch happened and goes, how is he sitting front row? Well, I just never went back, and I was able to kind of get down. That was a trick of mine as a youngster. So like, I understand that people want to do that. That's going to not be possible if these kind of incidents happen. And I think the ushers do a good job of checking tickets.
Oh, they do. Yeah, they're on it.
They're on it. But again, this is the second time, as you mentioned. This one definitely a lot more egregious, I think, with 4 people getting down onto the field in that way.
That's a lot of people. That's too many people.
That's a lot. So again, don't know what they could do differently, but this is definitely something that not only are the Rockies looking into, but Major League Baseball in general too. Because look, this is a Major League Baseball game. This shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, you can't have this happening.
So MLB may need to step in and kind of figure out some things for that. But as we said, and here you can see some more of the video. Some of the players kind of slowly going out. Kevin Pillar did say, post game that at first, he wasn't too alarmed by it necessarily, and after that initial shock, as you said, that anybody goes to when there's unwanted contact like that, and someone is in a place that they shouldn't be, there was, oh, okay, you have good intentions. What's wild is the second guy that ran in was flailing around like this. There was like 2 or 3 security guards
that one
carrying him up, and he was like flailing around, and I was concerned for security.
Yeah,
they did a really good job of putting him down and then kind of repositioning him to make sure that he was safe.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what's going on with that dude right there. Why was he so worked up? Why was he so angry? Like, you just went somewhere you're not supposed to.
Yeah,
What is going on? What are they on? What did they take before the game?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. They are not, I'm assuming they're not of sober mind.
It didn't kick in until the 7th inning stretch. We know that. But man, Atlanta is really good. Their fans are very passionate. They were out in droves. There was, I don't even remember what the attendance was last night. Maybe it was like 27,000, 24,000, something like that.
It didn't sound like it was a lot, but there were a lot of Braves fans.
And they were very loud.
They were.
Very loud.
Do they live here or do they travel well?
I was talking with somebody in the press box about that, and it sounds like I think they do travel a little bit well. There's some folks down in Atlanta that have some money, but also don't forget, before the Rockies in '93, you did have TBS, the Superstation, along with WGN, these national cable channels that broadcasted games. So no matter where you're at in the United States, you have Cubs fans and you had Atlanta fans because hey, I see them where I live in in Florida or
That's
Washington
true.
State in Colorado, and you go, oh, all right, well, I'm familiar with this team. It's why there's a lot of San Francisco Giants fans in Colorado, because in the late 80s, Giants were really good. You know, you got to see them in the postseason, and you go, hey, I like those guys. I like Will Clark. I like Matt Williams. So that kind of bleeds over. So I think that's some of it. And you heard a ton of MVP chants for Ronald Acuña Jr.
Oh, so many MVP chants. I mean, are they wrong?
No.
He's kind of good. That young man, kind of good at baseball.
It was interesting to find that. So he went 4 for 5, had 5 RBI, hit a homer, 2 stolen bases. And I looked up real quick. I go, how many guys have had 4 hits in a game, a home run, and 2 stolen bases? That's a great game, but that's not otherworldly, right? 4 hits.
Yeah.
One of them's a home run.
Yeah.
He stole 2 bases.
Yeah, it's a very good game.
Only happened 118 times in MLB history. I was like, wow, that's kind of a rarity. I was just surprised. He also joined an elite group with his 60th stolen base, which he stole standing up. Evan Justice had him picked off, but he had just such a good jump. Got his 60th stolen base, then eventually his 61st, but it joined a group of 3 luminaries, 2 Hall of Famers with 25 or more homers and 60 or more stolen bases. Hall of Famers Joe Morgan and Ricky Henderson, plus Eric Davis. 1 more home run, he becomes the first ever to have 30 homers and 60 stolen bases. Is he your favorite for National League MVP?
Right now, yes. Right now, yeah. I mean, it just kind of seems like Atlanta has like a whole team of MVPs. It's kind of annoying. But yeah. Oh, he's definitely, and the fact, yeah, also stole 2 bases last night.
Yeah.
2. He has more stolen bases than all of the Rockies.
100%.
We mentioned that. We mentioned that on the show. Was it yesterday, maybe, or Sunday? One of those days. But like, someone had tweeted it out too, and I was like, we were just talking about this.
Yeah, dude is very talented. Another talented guy for the Rockies, Hunter Goodman, follows up a great debut on Sunday in Baltimore with a first at bat single.
Yeah.
Making his debut at Coors Field. It's good for him to get that. Also had a double that had an expected batting average of 0. Folks, 0.
That is, so Hunter Goodman is out there doing the impossible. He is,
I like that.
I mean, yeah, you see why, they called up this guy. He was hitting so well in AAA. You can't keep him down there. And he's still producing up here. He is adjusting very well to the majors so far.
Yeah,
Pretty cool. Nice young man.
You like to see that for sure. Yeah, had the RBI double there on basically it was a pop fly to right field.
Yeah.
And the wind was just so crazy.
The wind was doing some weird stuff last night.
The wind was winding. I think that's what they say.
Yeah.
Michael Tolia said it was really bad. He said the wind in Albuquerque is even worse than what he's experienced at Coors. Do you know the wind in Hartford at Duncan Park? Do you know it to be particularly bad at all?
No, I mean, it's like, not necessarily. It's in the middle of the city. It's not like
enough blockage.
Hartford doesn't get like a ton of weird weather. Like, Denver gets weird weather. Albuquerque gets weird weather. Hartford's pretty tame in terms of weather conditions.
True. He becomes the 9th, Hunter Goodman, the 9th rookie in franchise history to record 4 more hits in his first 2 games. First since Rafael Anoa back in 2014. And 3rd Rocky in franchise history to tally 2 hits and an RBI in each. So he had 2 hits and an RBI on Sunday. Did it again on Monday, first to do it since Jeff Salazar in 2006. But the other, Todd Helton. You like that?
I've heard of him.
It's a good group.
I've heard of him.
Does the man with 34 minor league home runs, does Hunter Goodman get his first big league home run tonight, this series, this week, or next week?
Definitely. I think it'll definitely be this series.
Okay.
I think it'll be this series. I think
so too.
Major League pitching doesn't know him well enough yet, so I think they're going to slip up, and he's going to just like really take advantage of that. I think this series specifically.
Yeah.
Not just this homestand. He's going to mash off of a Braves pitcher.
And Atlanta's going to remember that because the guys over at CHGO White Sox, just yesterday, they were referencing Brenton Doyle as like God's gift to center fielders, because he is. So you know what? Atlanta fans are going to be talking about Hunter Goodman and go, why don't we draft this guy? He's from Tennessee. Technically, that's our neck of the woods.
I'm so happy that Brenton Doyle is living rent-free in the minds of White Sox fans. That makes me so happy.
He really is. Yeah. No, the thing that you want rent-free is rent. You need money for that.
Yeah.
You get a little bit more. Bet365. That's how you get
Okay,
more.
all right. That was an interesting transition. One of your more interesting ones.
Look, it's simple. You turn $1 into $200 of bonus bets when you join Bet365. Download the app, deposit $10, and claim $200 in bonus bets as soon as you place a bet for $1. Download the Bet365 app and use code DNVR365 when you sign up. They've pioneered live in-game betting, the widest range of games and markets available for live in-game betting. Close to 100 million users worldwide, and they're a proud partner of the Colorado Rockies as well.
Yes, they are.
And they got the great thing, which we know for bullpens, you go, oh gosh, no 5-run lead is safe in baseball, especially at Coors Field. Atlanta scored 5 in the 9th last night, I believe, right? Or was it in the 8th?
So yeah, if you would use Bet365, nice. Their situation. If your team goes up 5 or more runs.
You would have been safe for sure, because the Bet365 baseball early payout offer, you're a winner if they're up by 5 runs or more. Parlay and same game parlay selections will be marked as winners. So download the app and use code DNVR365 when you sign up. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. And if you want to go and get a part of your own action and make friendly bets with new friends or old friends, participate in Volo Sport. Get yourself signed up.
Okay.
Yeah, right? Whether it's bocce ball, bowling, volleyball, they got kickball.
Mm-hmm.
They got events that we even host down here at the bar. Do we host events here, or do they just come here for the hangout?
It's like, this is like the official post-game hangout for those Volo leagues. So like people will come here after their games, and grab drinks, but also like we'll set up tables for like beer pong or flip cup.
Yeah.
So you can actually like really get into like some college style fun too. So it's so fun when all the Volo people come in after games.
And if you're like, you don't know how to meet new people, sign up for one of these leagues, and then boom, right away, you've got a team of people that can support you and welcome you to a new city or just meet new friends. And if you don't even want to do that, just come down to the bar where diehards, of course, get 15% off your food and drink, and then hang out and meet the people first, and then go, okay, I do want to be in a pickleball league with you, whatever it is. Go ahead and get yourself signed up. That's how they get you, by being nice and good people.
Exactly.
That's it. Volo Sports.
It's as easy as that.
Yeah, and get yourself signed up, because when the adults play, the kids get to play for free thanks to the Volo Kids Foundation, a separate 501c3 that provides free sports camps to kids in each Volo city. Ryan McMahon had his 22nd homer of the season last night.
We got a Mac Jack, and we got a Mac Sack Fly.
Yes.
A Mac Jack and a Mac Sack. It sounds disgusting, but it's not.
Was it off DeGrom? That's a separate thing altogether.
Happy anniversary to that very poorly worded tweet that we will never delete.
Did that person get fired yet, of whoever's running the account that day?
Yes.
They did, yeah.
Yeah. No,
As they should have. So McMahon has 22. He needs 8 more here in the final, slightly less than 5 weeks. Susie, Rockies have not had a guy with 30 or more home runs since 2019, certain St. Louis Cardinal third baseman named Nolan Arenado. Do you think McMahon reaches 30?
What's
less
he at right
important.
now?
He's at 22. Does he get to 30?
You know what? It's so close. It's so close, and we don't have that much more time left in the season. He would have to be, pumping out more than home run a week.
Needs more jacks.
But he could. I feel like he's just like kind of hitting this groove right now, and like the weather's still hot, the ball's still flying. I think he could, but I don't know if it's likely.
I know. Look, it's hard to say because we both want to see it. That's a given.
Yeah. You know what? I'm conflicted because I want to see it.
Yeah, of course.
And I know that he could do it, but I just don't know if it's actually going to happen.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more with you on that. Austin Gomber, unfortunately, removed in the 3rd inning. Sore back. Nothing specifically tweaked it. It's something that he's been going through for the last month. In fact, post-game, Ryan McMahon said that Gomber has probably been suffering through this for about 3 months now. And look, he had some great starts at the beginning of this stretch with the soreness. So Buddy and trainer Keith Duggar just kind of come out saying, you've had enough. Carl Kaufman then comes on. He's not really sure if he'll be going on the IL necessarily, because it's just a general soreness. You kind of have to work through it. I did ask him, is that like a silver lining that you're not in a pennant race, so the team is at least looking after you? Like, he wants to go out and play. Like, that's the bottom line. He's like, yeah, no, I'm trying to play for a spot next year still. That's how he looks at it. He's still trying to establish himself.
Yeah.
But the Rockies are looking at him saying, we don't want you getting hurt. We're going to take care of you, rather than you got to stay out there and prove it. Deal with it. They aren't doing that. That's nice.
That is nice. He he can't be hurt. Like, he can't be actually hurt. We can't let that happen.
We can't afford that to happen.
We have no one else to pitch, and he's also been really good. So it can't happen. It simply cannot.
Yeah.
I was very emotionally unwell seeing him come out in the third inning.
Yeah, that was disappointing to see that, and you could see how he was walking a little bit more upright in general. Really good defense on display. Austin Riley had a nice 5-4-3 double play.
Yeah,
raised my eyebrow. McMahon had a good play where he ran in foul territory. Another ho-hum web gem. Kevin Pillar went full extension.
That was insane.
Huh?
He just like slid head first into that outfield wall too. After he caught that, there was so much momentum behind him.
It was like he was running a baseball podcast.
It was like he was running a baseball podcast. I'm like surprised he didn't break his neck the way he slid in. Like, I was like worried that he was going to be hurt, but that was an insane catch. Good for him. Rockies legend, Kevin Pillar.
Yes, Rockies center field legend, and he's playing in left field. That's going to happen. That ball was slicing away from him, and I forget what I think the expected batting average was like 0.60, so like a 6% chance that was a hit. And I'm like, he had to make that play. But I think it just had to do with the English that was on the ball because you had a left-handed hitting Nolan Jones, and it was just kind of banana all the way out there. So great play by him. Nolan Jones, now two interesting plays. One, did you see the one ball that Hunter Goodman cut off? There was a play at the plate. Initially, I was like, ooh, that's a bad cut. Seeing the replay, it wasn't. They wouldn't have gotten the runner. But Jones kind of jumped in front of Brenton Doyle a little bit. I think he called it. He called it a little bit before Brenton Doyle. Brenton Doyle had a straight-on look.
No, he was just in the zone. He
was in the zone a little bit, so his throw was offline. You know, he might like to have that over again. But there was a play at the plate that hit the relay man, and Tovar got the runner at home. 11th outfield assist, new rookie record for outfield assist. Nolan Jones, number 11. How many more is he going to get this season?
1 million.
So he'll have 1 million.
He'll have
11?
1 million and 11.
Not and 11. That's a decimal point. I'm a math teacher.
Okay.
It's one of those things. Yeah.
Are you a math teacher or are you a podcast host?
You know what? That'll never leave. It'll never leave my soul. I'm not just one thing. I'm many things. The fans were
you contain multitudes.
Oh, thank you. The fans had the thing where on Friday and Saturday night in certain series, you see the weirdest jerseys and you're like, oh, this is a Saturday night crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Monday night was a Saturday night.
Were we getting weird
crowd.
jerseys?
We got a Walt Weiss number 4 Atlanta jersey. That's his number as a coach. He wore 22 as a player.
Coach jerseys are very weird to me. Very weird to me. Like, it has to be a family member, right?
Yeah.
Was it a family member?
I don't think so. They were sitting next to someone with a Troy Tulowitzki jersey, so it was. Was
it a Troy Tulowitzki jersey or a Troy Tulowitzki jersey giveaway from the Rockies from years ago?
It was that, and it was actually a Rachel Wise jersey. It wasn't even a Walt Weiss.
Wow.
So similar spellings. That was why it was so weird.
There
were
so
3
strange.
people with CJ Cron jerseys. Immediately, you go sale rack. Why are these showing up all of a sudden? He was traded. So
you think people bought them off the sale rack?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
but that's
sense.
fine. 2 of them were jerseys. 1 was an actual jersey. And there was a Deion Sanders City Connect from Atlanta jersey. Obviously, he never wore that during his playing day because they just busted that out this season.
Oh, my gosh.
That was actually really great.
That is niche right there. Get the hell out of here.
A lot of those.
Wow.
It was nice that Rockies paid tribute to some former members, of course, as we'd been talking about the last couple days. Walt Weiss, Eric Young Sr. And then, apropos of nothing, Jeff Francis shows up, the guy who started Game 1 of the 2007 World Series. Pre-game.
What a guy.
Yeah. Tall dude. Tall drink of water. Still tall.
Still tall. He didn't shrink.
No, he did. I mean, if he did, he's still tall, you know. And I think he might have been wearing sandals. So, I mean, in regular cleats, forget about it. Ty Block came over to him, was introduced, and was like, oh, man, I remember watching you pitch. He kind of fanboyed out.
Yeah, that was cute. I loved that.
That was really awesome. Is there a player that you would kind of, fangirl over, maybe that you watched when you were younger, or you just appreciate now that if you got to kind of bump into them, who would that be?
I would lose my shit if I ever met Chase Utley.
Oh!
I would lose my shit.
Wow.
He's a player from my childhood.
Sure.
Yeah.
Borderline Hall of Famer.
I know.
I don't think we'll get in, though.
Lose my damn mind.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You and Rob McElhenney. I mean, just love it.
That's basically, he stole that story. It was about me.
Yeah. Did he buy your life rights like, Cosmo Kramer? Man, that's not cool. Yeah, you'd be wearing your Shady Rays and then the tears would still be streaming down.
Yes.
Blocking, but at least you wouldn't see the puffy red eyes. No.
Okay.
Look, I'm just saying you'd be wearing your Shady Rays and you probably would have used promo code DNVR to buy one and get one free.
Is this an ad read?
No. You take your glasses off afterwards, kind of, clean them off just a little bit. Maybe you'd break them when you clean them. Don't worry, because they have a lost and broken replacement policy, so you can get a new pair in. But you swap them out.
Tiff, is this an ad read?
No. So you break your first pair of glasses, but you got your backup because you buy one, get one free when you use promo code DNVR. Send the broken one in. They'll replace it. If you happen to lose your backup pair, they'll replace that one too. It's great. All with Shady Rays, independent sunglasses company, rated 5 stars by over 200,000 people.
Okay, this is definitely an ad read.
Not an ad read. Not an ad read. Look, you look like you're going to get upset and you're going to throw something, and that could cause an accident. You know what? If you've been hurt at work with some kind of accident, car accident, scooter, something like that, you know who I would call personally?
Is this an ad read?
No. Here's who I would call, because again, you are the perpetrator.
I can't sing the song unless it's an ad read.
It's an ad read.
Vegas and Shanker.
Amazing. They've been doing it for 25 years. You got me on that one.
Gotcha.
Look,
Got him.
I need the song. I needed it. I had to end the bit because your bit's better than this bit. It is. Backus and Shanker, their bit is that they're just giving you great consultation. They're going to represent you, and they're going to do it all for free. All you have to do, go to coloradolaw.net to learn more about them, but make it even simpler. In fact, their phone number is as simple as it gets. It's 222-2222. After Troy Tulowitzki, one of the few players that we may never see back at Coors Field ever again after what happened to him. But give that call, all twos, and find out if you have a case. They will consult with you for free. $0. That's it. Nothing. They'll let you know, hey, we've got something here. We're not at fault in this pedestrian accident, truck accident, rideshare, motorcycle, whatever it is. They'll even work on your case for free. They've won their clients over $1 billion. Over the years. It's amazing. They even have neighborhood offices in Denver, Aurora, Inglewood, and Fort Collins. So make sure you check that out, because you know who wins?
Vegas and Shanker.
Tiff, you got something to add over there? You're extra giddy today. She's giddy.
No,
She's itching.
You two are ridiculous. You make me laugh.
Thank you. That means so much to us.
I'm happy to be here today.
Oh, Tiff, it's mutual.
All right, Tiff, we're going to need your help here. You can leave your mic on if you would like. We're going to play a little game. I got a game for you.
Okay, let's do a game.
Let's kind of prep a little bit and just kind of briefly mention Paul Skeens and Dylan Cruz, number 1 and number 2 picks by the Pirates and Nationals, respectively, out of LSU. Do we see that? And now Skeens is in Double-A. Cruz is in Double-A. Brendan Rodgers said he's going to be up by next season. He'll be in the majors. Paul Skeens, tickets on Game Time, which again, if you use code DNVR, you get $20 off. You can get a discount on that. Tickets for his Double-A debut in Altoona were going for like $60-$70 in Altoona.
That's really fun,
right?
Well, I mean, there's nothing else going on in Altoona, so yeah.
It's the slander.
It's not slander if it's true.
Dude, Altoona is the second best cheesesteak city in Pennsylvania after Philadelphia, of course. Did you know that? It was voted that.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
No, it absolutely was not.
You'd be proud of being second. Like, we're number 2.
They're too close to Pittsburgh for that to even be a plausible scenario.
That's true. Do you think the number 1 and number 2 picks last year, Paul Skeens and Dylan Cruz, will they be on an opening day roster next year?
I think one of them will be. I'm not going to say which one, but I think one of them will be.
I would say Cruz over Skeens. Only because with pitchers you go, hey, you only have so many throws in that arm. Let's kind of slow play this out a little bit. We're not trying to maybe manipulate your clock and service time, what have you. But I think it'll be Cruz, the outfielder. So let's look at some guys before we knew them on the Rockies. So these guys, Cruz we'll know as a national eventually. We'll start from easiest to maybe most difficult.
Okay.
This is a gentleman here rocking a Baltimore Orioles uniform. He's on his way to prom. You might need to get your Shady Rays on to see who that is.
This on my computer.
That's
Austin Wynns.
That would be Austin Wynns.
I know that face anywhere.
You're going to be great at this game, by the way, of course. But yeah, there he is with the Baltimore Orioles. I think he was actually teammates with Ty Block there. I have to go back and double check. I did overhear some conversation. All right, this next one, another guy not wearing a Rockies uniform. He is wearing an Arizona Fall League uni there. I think that's the Javelina, or rather Peoria Javelinas.
Oh, it's Monty.
That's
Elahiris Montero.
Yes, with those glasses, the cap. Also,
I was gonna say he doesn't rock that facial hair like that anymore.
And the blonde tips.
I like the blonde.
He needs to go back to the JC Chasez look. I like that, don't you? That's a yes. All right, how about this next one? This one's easy. This is
it's Nolan Jones.
It's only from last year.
Okay, I was gonna say, he looks exactly the same.
All right, so this was taken 25 minutes ago, but still, he looks the same, but he also looks totally different. There's just something about his hair, just wearing a different cap.
It's just, the hair is different.
A glint in his eye, too.
He still has that glint in his eye.
He does.
He still has it.
I see multiple glints. Not all the glints are the same glints he has now. Glint-wise, speaking of glints, whose glint are we looking at here?
Okay.
Now, this guy isn't actually a Rocky anymore, but here he is with Texas, wearing a second baseman's mitt. We did not see him in the infield at all with Colorado. So even if you're...
Is that Profar?
That is Jurickson Profar,
Okay.
yes. That's right. That's right, yeah. Jurickson Profar came up as a middle infielder, pitcher in the Little League World Series, of course, as we know. He's out there. He's a free agent.
He is. I hope someone picks him up. They got a couple days.
They do. That's right.
The clock is ticking.
All right. I think you'll be able to tell the uniform for this. Now, what's funny is because of the uniform, he looks like 25 other people that come to mind that played for the school. Now, first off, before you even guess who the person is, can you tell what school this is? White uniform, light blue pinstripes.
This is really tough. I know who this is, though.
All right.
That is UCLA Bruin, Jake Bird.
That's right.
I almost did not recognize him because I've never seen this man's chin. He has a huge beard.
That one's on the harder side, right?
That was really hard.
He's rocking the stirrups. Again, you change the color of the uniform on the guys. It's weird. Speaking of changing colors on uniforms, I go in Atlanta's clubhouse yesterday, and Pierce Johnson's in there wearing a Navy uniform. I'm
Stop, it hurts.
I go, what are you doing? You're supposed to be over there. What is this outfit you're wearing? And
They showed
had a nice chuckle.
They showed a shot of him in the bullpen last night on the broadcast, and I was like, oh, you've got to be kidding me.
And Brad Hand got the final 3 outs.
And Brad Hand was in there. I'm like, oh, no, this hurts.
Yeah. He said he loves the humidity in Atlanta. That's audible ill from someone in the audience, I heard. No.
What a take that is. I can understand not loving the dry air in Colorado, but to say that you love the humidity in Atlanta, that's extreme. That is Stockholm Syndrome.
I guess it just helps him warm up and get loose a little bit. So it's like, I get it, but... yeah, that's odd from a guy who grew up not having to deal with, humidity at all. Came up, with the Cubs, so obviously you experienced it there in Chicago. In San Diego, he said it can be humid, which you don't think of it as, but I can remember a couple times being out there going for a morning run and being like, no, it's like 68, but you know what? I'm really getting sweaty. Yeah, there's a humidity in the air there, so there's something to that. We got 2 left, both from their college days. This one, all white uniform, just says Rams across the chest. Again, if you're listening to this as a podcast, awesome, great. Give us a review on that, which is wonderful. But jump on the YouTube side, DNVR Sports channel on YouTube, so you can see the visuals of...
that is Brenton Doyle.
Ooh, the second picture is better, right? The second picture you see his face a little bit more.
Yeah, the second picture is definitely better.
Yeah, Division II school, all the gears all dirty. Again, not his choice. He doesn't do the laundry for the team.
No.
But he was a grinder from back in the day, man.
Dude, it's crazy that, he went to a Division II school and now he's, just the most incredible center fielder right now.
Yeah.
Good for him. Good for you, Brenton Doyle.
It's also wild to think that you say, well, is there going to be enough bat in his game? He's got tons of defense. Is there enough bat? Makes you think of Ozzie Smith, who had enough bat, of course, Hall of Famer. Ozzie Smith also went to a Division II school. Interestingly enough. They are Division I school now, but back then, Division II. All right, last one.
One more. I love one more.
This one could be as hard as the last 2. Beard, long hair, almost looks like me with his Cal State Fullerton Titans uniform. Orange, again, so weird. Orange stirrups, great look. Pinstripe pants, navy undersleeve. He's a pitcher, right-handed. This is hard, huh?
I can't tell who that is.
That's hard. So if you actually do a Google search, he's had a lot of different looks.
Okay.
Which is great. He's had a lot of looks.
Okay.
And I went back to the first one. You want to take a guess?
No, I can't tell who that is.
All right, so he is not on the active roster right now. He's down in AAA. But he's been around for a while this season. He's first year Rocky. He's down in AAA. He's a pitcher, right-handed. Ooh.
I know, I'm like, my face is like in this computer right now.
Don't worry, the camera's not on you. You're good. Jam it in there. Get a look. You got to go a perfect 7 for 7 here. This was the hardest one.
I don't know who it is.
This is also the grainiest picture. So.
I was gonna say, like, I'm like, my face is like in a, you can put the camera on how my face is in my laptop right now, like looking at this picture.
I'm going to lean back so it looks even more ridiculous.
Like, it's just like, I don't know who that is. Is it Matt Carasetti?
No,
it's
I like
not.
it. It is Connor Seabold.
That's no.
Show it again.
No fucking
Show
way
it
is that
again.
Connor Seabold.
Stephen Cross in the
Stephen
chat
Cross
nailed
got
it.
it. No freaking way.
Super producer Tiff, look at all of the looks. I mean, even with Worcester, full beard.
Okay, his hair was definitely lighter in college.
Sure. With
I was
Worcester.
not ready for that.
And
I did not recognize him. Good Lord.
And the mustache. I think when he was with the Williamsport Crosscutters, he looked different, right?
You know what? We gotta love a man who respects a rebrand.
Oh,
You just gotta reinvent yourself sometimes.
Yeah, that's great.
Props to you, Stephen Cross, for guessing that, because I had no freaking clue who that was.
Steven absolutely nailed it.
Good
Props to
job,
you.
good job.
We'll have to buy you a drink when you've come down here to the DNVR bar on the corner of Colfax and York, where we got happy hour. We're open for lunch now, too, so if you happen to be in the area, jump in.
We are open for lunch now.
And the kitchen's super quick. That's the other thing, too. So
Yeah,
you're like,
so
hey, you're on your
fast.
lunch break. Boom, they're going to knock it out super quick for you. Lunch specials. We still got the Friday night live shows going on. The book signing for the Nuggets was amazing. CSU Rams is coming up on Friday, which is September 1st. What?
Gross. It's disgusting.
Look, every day I look at the calendar to make sure that the date is correct that we are hearing in media. It's correct. Friday will in fact be September. Wild.
I'm gonna wait till I hear it from some other sources.
And also, get your butt down to the bar on September 9th. Saturday, September 9th, it's a 7:05 game against the Giants. We've got a watch party. Like, we've had only like a couple of these over
So is
the
this
last
an
few
official
years.
watch party?
This is an official watch party. It's a mashup watch party, too. The crew from Purple Row is coming down.
Okay.
I intend to have a lot of invitations for our friends from the Rocky Mountain chapter of Sabre to come on down. The entire Rockies community come together, console each other over a couple beers, some food. If you're a diehard, you get 15% off. So come and meet everybody.
Yeah.
It's going to be much fun.
That'll be fun. I'll be there.
And we'll probably toast Ezekiel Tovar and maybe have like some debate. Like, where does Tovar's rookie season rank all time? It is DNVR Ranks week. So we're, of course, today going to break down the top 5 greatest rookie seasons by a Rocky. Yesterday, we did the best defunct minor league affiliates.
Oh.
They were great. I mean, are you more of a New Haven Ravens, New Britain Rockcats, or did you agree with me Casper Ghost is the best, no longer in business, former Rockies affiliate?
I'm not going to say the New Britain Rockcats because things got really feisty when they moved from New Britain to Hartford to become the Yard Goats.
Sure.
It's too soon.
Okay.
Big New Haven Ravens girl right here.
I don't
And
blame you.
some big dudes came through there too.
Yep. I mean, that was number 2 for me. So
Yeah, that's my number 1, New
that's
Haven
a great
Ravens.
pick. That's a great pick on that one. All right, so there's only been one Rookie of the Year award winner in Rockies history, Jason Jennings in 2002. What's wild is there are like multiple pitchers who've had a better season than Jason Jennings. But in that year, it's who you're up against. That's kind of what's going to happen with Tovar. You go, I mean, this is a Rookie of the Year award type season where you go, this guy is out there. He's posting every single day. If he didn't have a kid, I mean, who knows how long his streak would have been of consecutive games, right?
Yeah.
He's living his life. But you go, oh, there's some other guys having fantastic seasons too. It's just the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
In 2002, Jason Jennings went 16-8 in 32 starts, 185.1
That's
innings pitched.
insane.
4.52 ERA, where you're like, again, starter at Coors Field.
That's a good
right?
ERA for a starter at Coors
That's
Field.
still good.
Yeah,
106 ERA
yeah.
plus. So that was still really solid. For us, number 5 best rookie seasons. This was close, 5 and 4. Germán Marquez. And maybe it's different for you. So let's go through it. Number 5, I've got Germán Marquez. Number 4 is Kyle Freeland. You tell me if you would have them in this order. Marquez, both of these guys in 2017, Marquez finished 5th in voting, 11 wins, 4.39 ERA, but 1.15 ERA plus. Freeland, also 11 wins, had a few more losses, slightly better ERA plus, 123 ERA plus. Plus, he had that near no-hitter before the All-Star break against the White Sox. That's why I gave Freeland the edge there, despite the fact that his strikeout numbers weren't as good. I think those are the top 2 seasons by starting pitchers for a rookie in Rockies history.
I mean, it's hard to talk. I mean, they were both so good. Like that's such a good class for young pitchers. It really was.
And Senzatella was a rookie that season too. And you go like, wow, like those 2 guys together, that's probably worth an article. Like, hey, 2 guys together as rookie pitchers.
I was going to say, listen, it's crazy too, because like that year before they were all road goats. The Yard Goats team that was completely on the road.
So far, we're in lockstep. Marquez 5, Freeland 4. Number 3, Trevor Story in 2016.
Hard to top what Trevor Story did his rookie season. Hard to top it.
And some people would possibly say he's got to be number 1, especially when you look at the rate stats, because his season did get cut short, as we know, only played 97 games, but was the front runner for that award, similar to what happened in 2019 with Fernando Tatis Jr., where you go, if he doesn't get hurt, he's probably winning that award. But Story in those 97 games, again, started off with 2 home runs in his major league debut in Arizona. Unbelievable. Still managed to bat .272, 27 homers, 72 RBI, 122 OPS plus, higher than numbers 1 and 2 on our list. But in 97 games, 27 home runs, second most by a Rockies rookie.
Damn.
Unbelievable.
Damn.
Really solid defense, too.
Who's in the top 2 then if Trevor Story's not number 1?
Todd Helton, number 2.
Oh, right. Him, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
So Story finished 4th in voting. Helton was number 2 in 98. Hit .315, 25 homers, 97 RBI, 119 OPS plus. So his OPS plus was actually better than Troy Tulowitzki, who I've got at number 1, 109 OPS plus, 1 less home run than Helton, hit 24, 99 RBI, 2 more. Batting average was about 24 points lower at 291, still really good, but kind of have to give him the edge because of what he was able to do in 2007, carrying the team, being a leader as a rookie and leading that team to the run that they went on in September to go into Rocktober, rocking the baseball world and going to their one and only World Series appearance. So for that reason, I think Tulowitzki edges out Helton.
That is, damn it, that's a good point.
Philip likes that. Philip, well, actually he doesn't. He says the Todd
doesn't.
Father.
Philip's like, yeah.
He's like, it's got to be the Todd Father.
Father.
I mean, had the better career.
Look at Philip's profile picture, by the way.
He loves D-line.
That's a D-line original right there. Philip, he's a real one. I love it.
He is. Yeah, Tulo, had he not had all those injuries, maybe we would be talking about his Hall of Fame candidacy, much like we are with Todd Helton. Only 11 votes shy. We'll wait to see what happens when the results of voting gets announced in January. That'll be exciting to see. But that's our top 5. Germán Marquez, Kyle Freeland, number 3, Trevor Story, Todd Helton, Troy Tulowitzki.
That's a good list. That is a good list, Patrick.
Yeah. Rest of the week, we've got greatest MVP performers, greatest uniforms in Rockies history. There have been more than just the white pinstripes. Have you thought about what you might do on Friday in terms of your DNVR Ranks top 5?
No.
Oh.
Not yet.
Or not yet, or you're not going to divulge what it is yet. It's a surprise.
You'll just have to wait and see. The show on Friday is at 1, by the way. So.
Oh, good to know.
We're not doing a 5:00 show.
I think that's smart.
It's too much running around. I can't do it.
Far too much running. I mean, even it's far too much biking. Even if you're on a bike or a scooter.
But I can't do that.
Too much.
Can't do that.
You can't.
Not with my full on-air makeup and my laptop and all my gear and.
Just windswept. Why don't? So actually, no. Here's what's going to happen.
Okay. You tell me. You tell me how my show's gonna go, Patrick.
Exactly. You are from the jump. You understand this is a bit. So here's what's gonna happen.
Okay.
You did last week's show, as per my recommendation, from the pool in Tampa.
Yes.
This week's show done entirely on the scooter. We're gonna get you set up with a GoPro. Now we'll find a path for you that it's like safe. You won't have to worry about crosswalks. Probably just along the South Platte River.
Yeah.
You know that little like path. That's where you're gonna go. You're gonna do a show. Whenever you do come to a crossing, we'll kick it to an ad read or whatever it is. You got to streak. You got to do shows from strange locations now.
Yes.
The scooter show on Friday, 1 p.m. Tune in to see if she does that.
Which location am I going to pick? Am I going to pick the scooter as my location or the depth of my depression as my location? Ooh, who knows? What will she pick?
Well, here's the thing. Here's why you got to watch the entire episode. You got to find out where you are scootering to. At the end of the episode, you turn around and you reveal what's behind you. This is why we make a good duo.
This is a great bid. Yeah, no, but Friday at 1 is really all you need to know.
That's it. 1 p.m. on Friday for that one. Another great DNVR ranks list. Today's game, 640. Peter Lambert going for his 4th win. Maybe putting another lottery ticket out there in a sense for start of the year, right? Against Charlie Morton, 13-10. Man, another really tough Atlanta pitcher. Spencer Strider, I don't think, even though he lines up with Wednesday's game, not going to happen. And also, tomorrow's show is going to be 1 p.m. as well because it's a night game.
We don't have any day games during this week. Super weird.
Very strange.
Super weird, but the Rockies have an off day Thursday, so
the final month is just going to be so weird with all night games here in Atlanta. They haven't played the Cubs yet. Folks, they're going to play them like 6 times in like a week and a half, right? And then the final week of the season starts with an off day and then a doubleheader against the Dodgers on a Tuesday.
Why?
Because we're sticking it to the Dodgers?
Why?
What's that about?
Doesn't make any sense. Both the Rockies and the Dodgers have an off day that Monday. Why don't we just play a damn game?
Just play the game.
Just play a game. Like a doubleheader day is so long. It's so exhausting.
So wild is what you can describe, what you can find over on Twitter at DNVR_Rockies. At Patrick D. Lyons is where I can be found.
And you can find me at the Susie Hunter on all platforms.
Wonderful, momentous, but Susie, you know what we say about that?
I have no clue what they say. I have never heard it before. I've never heard them say it.
Them? Oh, so other people have maybe said it?
Well, you said you know what they say. I'm saying I've never heard them say it.
That's true.
Yeah.
You got to keep your ears to the grapevine. Nose to the grindstone. That's it. You'll actually be able to hear Connor Siebold through the desk, just like you have to put your face up to the screen to see him. Mm-hmm. What's he saying about Albuquerque right now?
Oh, he's saying your next show
is only
as good as your next podcast.
So it's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one. Yeah,
1 p.m. tomorrow, DNVR Sports Channel, live on YouTube.